There has been a lot of drama here in Seoul, South Korea over the last couple of days. If you look right here in front of me, you can see the National Assembly building of Korea. This building houses the legislative branch of the Korean government. And over the last few days, there has been some amazing events that have happened in Korea that I haven't experienced since I've been here. And I've been living here for 14 years. And a lot of people have been messaging me from different parts of the world asking me the same question. Francois, is Korea still safe? Is Korea still safe? I think a more viable question would be, is Korea cold? Yeah, Korea is freezing during December, my goodness. But I guess we should start with the conclusion. In my opinion, I think yes, Korea is still one of the top 2 safest countries, top 3 safest countries in the world. I think it's Korea, Japan, and maybe Rwanda, something like that. Oh, that's a nice place to do the video. And lo and behold, here's a good example of how safe Korea is. Some person left their glasses here. Another person left their bag here with their drink on top. And guess what? No one's gonna come and touch their stuff. So is Korea safe? I think yes. You might be thinking or saying, Francois, those are very small examples in the face of the government, a problem that happened a few days ago. And I would say, no, I don't really think so. And please remember, these are only my opinions, and I am not going to delve into any political jargon or state my political views because I'm in another country and I believe that I don't have the right to talk about the politics of another country while I am here. I should just enjoy my time in the country doing the things that I can do and just being happy with what I can be happy with. That being said, I woke up maybe at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning a couple of days ago because my phone was like bzz, 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 just buzzing. And I was like, why am I getting all of these messages? Normally I don't get, so many messages very early in the morning. So I reach over and I look at my phone and it mentions something. Some people sent me messages about martial law or are you okay in Korea? Is everything okay? And I'm like, is everything okay? What are you talking about? And I usually sleep very early. Wow, the sun is bright. I usually sleep very early. I usually sleep around 10:30. So when I went to sleep, everything was okay here in Korea. But obviously, while I was sleeping, some things had happened that, doesn't normally happen in Korea or in, I guess, developed countries. Some wonderful bikers, just biking, not a care in the world. People walking in the park. Life is good. So I checked my messages and every message was like, are you okay in Korea? Is everything okay? What's happening? And I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean is everything okay? What's happening? Like, of course everything is okay. And then I started to look at Google and check different news sources and I saw that the president of Korea instituted martial law. And I was like, why did he do that? And for a moment, I'm not gonna lie, for a moment, I thought North Korea attacked because that's the only reason I could fathom, the leader of a developed country instituting martial law is if a foreign power had invaded and we needed the police or we needed the military in order to keep everything in order. That was the only thing that I could think of. North Korea had attacked. Yeah, and I don't know why the president did what he did. I don't want to say I don't care. I do care because I'm living in this country, but it's not my job or responsibility to delve into the reasons behind why he did that. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to give misinformation, or I don't want to think about something that's not true. I'm only concerned with the fact that when I woke up in the morning, life continued as normal. I had no problems whatsoever. But yes, declaring martial law is a very serious issue. However, in any developed nation, I believe, I lived in America, France, now here, a government has checks and balances. The proper authorities will delve into the reasons behind why the president did what he did. But generally, Korea is still very safe and no one feels these effects in their daily lives. I know you might think I'm a little juvenile or something, but I'm just happy that I can wake up and enjoy, scenery like this. The last days of fall, the last vestiges of these amazing vivid colors are still here. I want to focus on beautiful things. I don't want to focus on negative thoughts that I have no control over. I mean, just look at this view. Would you rather focus on an amazing view like this or worry about whether something is going to come to pass with the little knowledge that you actually have of the situation? Man, this sun is bright. Wow, but the bright sun does make my face look nice and it accentuates my smile. But what I think was really amazing was how quick the Korean people came to the defense of their freedom. I mean, within like moments of the president declaring martial law, Koreans were out protesting. They were gathered together, in the cold, varying ages. Some were sleepy, some were hungry, some, had to be away from their families in order to go out and protest, or whatever the situation was. The Korean people came together very quickly, which is something that I'm always very surprised about. Regardless of what they're protesting about, they congregate very quickly about an issue. If it's something that's detrimental to their health, they'll tell you, or they'll tell the people in power. Even in one of my videos I did about Korean parks, one of the commenters said that, yeah, if the Korean people go to the parks and there's something out of order, if something's not clean, they'll complain to the local government. They'll complain and the government doesn't want to hear them complain. So they'll send someone out very quickly to fix their problem. I do know that if something was broken in an American park, it would take days, maybe weeks, sometimes months for the government to send someone out to get it repaired. That they're really good at congregating and they're very quick about doing it. I think that adds like a level of safety and security to this country, in my opinion, at least. I remember years ago when Korea had another president named Park Geun-hye, and I'm not talking about her politics or anything. I'm just saying she was a president at that time. There was a big accident. There was a big water accident called 𝐒𝐲, and that was when a ship carrying Korean passengers, I think some foreigners are on there, but definitely a lot of Korean passengers, especially children, it drowned. When there was like inactivity on behalf of the government, the Korean people went out and they protested. They just let the government have it. They let the president have it. They were showing that they were not happy with how the president handled the situation. Yeah, the Korean people came together so fast. At that time, I didn't really understand what was happening because I'd been in Korea already for, I think it was 3 years, almost 4 years. I'd never been in a national accident like that besides, what happened in 9/11. But the United States is so big that, yeah, we know that there was an attack. And for whatever the reasons, whatever your view is about it, there was an attack on American soil and the whole country came together. But it still felt kind of like far removed because, it was so far. It happened in New York and I was in Georgia. In Korea, when that accident happened, the 𝐒𝐲 ferry accident happened, I could really feel like everywhere how Koreans were coming together and they were uniting under this one banner for this one cause. Okay, the next time I come out to make a video, I can't forget my sunglasses because the sun is so bright here in the wintertime. Oh my goodness, the fall and winter. Can't see a thing. So now I'm coming up on the National Assembly, and I told you before, this is the place that houses the Korean legislative branch of government. And this is generally where a lot of the protests are happening here in Korea. You might see on the news some reports, showing Korea in despair, or eruption in Korea, or whatever the sensationalized or polarizing title of the videos may be. Generally, the protests that are happening for the president are happening here and in another area in Korea or in Seoul called Gwanghwamun. Yeah, so these two places, the National Assembly and Gwanghwamun Square, are the localized places where the protests are happening. Other than that, you don't see people gathered much anywhere protesting or complaining or, showing their, disapproval of the government or the president for that matter. Korea remains safe, even though a lot of news outlets want to make you think that Korea is not safe and that Korea may have had a coup. Korea is still safe to visit, it's still safe to live. I've been here forever, and look at me, I'm outside making a video in this wonderful weather, this wonderful park. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. I'm even here at the National Assembly building, and I know that there are protests scheduled, but I don't hear anything. And I'm right here. I don't hear anything. So yeah, even though there are problems that are happening in Korea, it doesn't mean that Korea is not safe. You should feel more than comfortable coming here and just being okay, visiting, living, living, and just being at ease in this amazing country. I saw a video, I saw CNN YouTube video, and there was a reporter on the video, and he's American, I believe, from his accent, and he lives here in Korea apparently, and just his whole demeanor, while he was on the video, it made me like look at the video and just like think, like, what is he doing? What is he talking about? Why is he, why is he being so demonstrative, with his actions? Because he's trying to incite, fear and panic when there is none. CNN reporter was like, yeah, I live right down the street from the National Assembly, and, things are so chaotic here. People are just running around the street, figuring out, what's going on. They're wondering if, their loved ones are safe or how they can be with their loved ones. And, it's pandemonium here. And, it's just, the president is doing this, the president is doing that. And it's like, bruh, how do you know what the president is doing? How do you know what, the government is doing? How do you know what the person next to you is doing? You're not them. You don't have like the correct information, and you're not Korean. And I don't even know if you have the contacts, very close to the government to even, insinuate that what the president is doing or what he's not doing or why he made the decision that he's making. So, you have this platform, CNN, and you're spreading all of this misinformation, and it's misleading people to believe that Korea is going through, war or a general panic. This situation does warrant attention and alert. I teach anthropology at the university where I work here in Korea. One of the terms that I usually teach my students is ethnography. And ethnography means understanding a culture. Basically, it means understanding a culture within their environment by communicating with people and asking people questions and observing how people live. On the CNN report, I didn't see any Koreans being interviewed or being asked questions. I didn't see any government officials. I didn't see any rank and file Korean citizens on the video that the CNN reporter was reporting on. So it's like, you're American, you're living in Korea. Yeah, you can observe, but without the actual input of, Koreans at the top level, the highest level, or even, rank and file members of society. How is it that you have the audacity to say all of these things to, incite fear and panic, not only to foreigners living in Korea or other Koreans, but people around the world? This is the National Assembly building, and you can see that there are police vans lined up alongside the road. Yeah, these police vans are here because there are going to be protests, and the police are here to make sure that everyone is kept safe. They're not here to, back the government or anything. These police are actually working for the people. Of course, they have orders to follow. Of course, there may be minor scuffles and incursions, but generally the police here, they don't really do anything to kind of entice people to do anything harmful against other police officers or against themselves. So you can see a lot of police vans over here lined up as well. I'm not like in a panic, I'm a foreigner here, and they're actually letting me film. A lot of the police officers are looking at me while I'm filming. Or would you rather me be in this area and, my voice be in an uproar, like very excited, like, oh my God, look at all of the police around here. Something's gonna happen. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. I don't have all of the information, but I have a feeling because of, what I see, that blah, blah, blah. No, like, come on, seriously, let's use our common sense. Like, of course, things happen in countries. No country is perfect. No government is perfect. There are always going to be some kind of incursions that happen along the way. That's not going to prevent Korea from continuing to be one of the most stable democracies in the entire world. Is Korea safe? I believe Korea is still incredibly safe, and it will continue to be incredibly safe, even though there is a hostile nation very close to the north of where we are. This is the National Assembly building, a bit closer up, and this is as close as I'm going to get to it. You can see there are police outside over there because we're not actually supposed to be in there, but protesters will be around over there. But I don't want to get involved in politics. I think this is as far as I'm going to go. Look at all of the beauty that we can focus on instead of believing sensationalized topics that have no basis in any logical argument, only speculation. I just wanted to speak on the subject about what's happening from a foreigner who's living here, who's lived here for a very long time, who feels absolutely safe in here, safe in this country. The Korean government doesn't pay me. I wish they did, but they don't pay me. So I'm just speaking from the heart. I guess spokesperson or simply a member or guard or something, he was wearing like a very official outfit. He just walked by me and he saw me holding my vlogging camera. He was just like, hi. And I was like, oh, hey. How are you doing? I'll tell you one thing though, when Francois starts to panic, that's when you should panic. I'm a really cool, kind of easygoing person. You know, of course, sometimes I get angry or whatever, but I try not to react out of those emotions. But I tell my students this and some of my friends all the time, yo, when Francois panics, so that's when you should panic. Francois is not panicking now, so everything is going to be okay. And I believe it will be okay in the foreseeable future. Come to Korea, you'll be okay. Anyways, whew. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to all of my ranting, my opinions. Thank you to my channel membership members, Coco Cook and Canada, or is it Nagada? It's one of those two. But thanks guys. And as always, I hope you have an incredibly wonderful day wherever you are. I hope you stay hydrated. I hope you're eating well. I hope you're spending a lot of time with your loved ones. I hope you're appreciating all of the small things in life, because seriously, it's the small things that matter. Don't buy a lot of stuff you don't need. Spend time with your loved ones. Spend time on gaining more experiences. Anyways, enough talking. Have a wonderful day. Love you all. Stay hydrated. Peace.